Okay, today, Shabab, we are going to start with, lesson 10, writing. Would you please open your books on page 28? Page 28, please. As usual, here we have, the goals of our lesson, the objectives of the lesson. Here we are going to label the parts of the ice hockey rink. Uh, you know, Write notes about a sport or, an activity, a text, to analyze a text to its main points, to organize a sport or activity steps. These are the objectives of our lesson. Look here, look at the picture. What do you think, this sport is? What do you think this sport is? Hmm.
Can I answer?
Yes,
I think it's hockey.
good.
Yeah, it's hockey.
Thank you. It is hockey, ice hockey. So here our lesson will be about ice hockey. This, let us say, paragraphs will be about ice hockey. Good. Now, do you know how, ice hockey is played? Do you know how ice hockey is played? Here we have different questions we are going to ask you, then we will answer them together. Okay. Where is ice hockey played on? Mhm. Uh, do you know the parts of the ice hockey rink? These are the parts. Look at the picture from 1 to 4, to 6. These are the parts of the rink. أيضا here we have, the equipment that we need for playing this sport. Can you name this equipment? Look here. This is, I think, this is the gloves, the net, and, the helmet, I think. Here we have the stick, long stick. I think it is the puck, the padding, etc. So these about, the questions that we are going to discuss together. Look at your books. Look at your books on page 28. Now here we are going to listen to the first paragraph in order to know, the parts, the different parts of the ice hockey rink. Just listen. If there is no audio, just tell me, okay? Listen.
1. Ice hockey is played
Do you
on a
hear?
rink that is 200 feet, 61 meters, long, and 85 feet, 26 meters, wide, with painted lines to indicate various zones. The area behind the blue line of a team side is called its defending zone. The area behind the opponent's blue line is the attacking zone, and the area between the blue lines is the neutral zone. There are two sets of goalposts at either end of the rink, with a net attached behind them. The red line between the two posts is the goal line. The area in front of the goal is called the crease.
Okay, listen again, please. Then we will ask you about the parts of the ice hockey rink. Listen.
1. Ice hockey is played on a rink that is 200 feet, 61 meters, long, and 85 feet, 26 meters, wide, with painted lines to indicate various zones. The area behind the blue line of a team side is called its defending zone. The area behind the opponent's blue line is the attacking zone, and the area between the blue lines is the neutral zone. There are two sets of goalposts at either end of the rink, with a net attached behind them. The red line between the two posts is the goal line. The area in front of the goal is called the crease.
Okay. Now, again, here we have number 2. Look at, the picture here. Number 2 is defending zone. Zone means what? Area. Number 2 is, the defending zone. Now, what about number 1? What do we call number 1 according to the paragraph? We can try. The red line between the two posts. What do we call? There are two what? We can try. What do you think number 1 is? Which part is number 1? What do we call it here, number 1? What do you think of goal post? It is a goal post. Number 1 is, a goal post. Here we have, a goal post with the opponents. Also, we have another goal post. So there are two sets of goal posts at, either end of the rink. Okay, here at the end of each part of the rink. Again, the second zone is called defending zone. Now, what do you think, number 3? What do you think number 3 is? Look here, the area between the two blue lines is, here the two blue lines. What do we call it? Sharif, are you here, Sharif? Muhammad Taysir, Abdullah
Yes,
Amin.
teacher.
Yes, what do we call, the place?
Neutral zone.
Good, very good. Neutral zone. So it, comes between, the two blue lines here. These are the two blue lines. This area is called the neutral zone. Good. Now, what about, number 4 here? What do we call it? Look here. The area behind the opponent's blue line is what? Who can answer? Number 4 is what? The attacking zone. Number 4 is the attacking zone here. We call it the attacking zone. Now, what about number 5?
So the job,
Here. Yes.
the goal line.
Good. This is what? The goal line. The red line between the two posts is the goal line here. The red line. This is the red line between the two posts is the goal line. And what about the area in front of the goal here? What do we call it? Abdullah Amin, are you here?
Crease.
Yes, the crease. Yes, the crease. Good. The area or the zone which is, in front of the goal is called, the crease. Here, this is the crease. Okay, so this is about the first question, I think. What are, the parts of the ice hockey rink? Let's move to the next idea. Look here, we have 7 questions. We are going to read them. Then we have to listen in order to answer them. Who can read the first question quickly? Who can read the question? Ahmed Azam, read the first question, please. Just reading.
Okay. How many players does each team have? And what
kind of players are they? Good. The second question, Khalid Majdi. Read the second question.
What
Yes.
is the objective of the game?
Good. What is the objective of the game? Thank you. Saad, are you here, Saad? سعد. عاطف. عاطف, would you please read the third question? عبد الرحمن جبالي. Where are you?
أيوة أستاذ.
عاطف, please
نعم.
read the third question. What kind of?
What kind of equipment do players use?
Good. What kind of equipment do players do or use? Good. Now, what about, the fourth question? Abdurrahman Mahrouk, are you here?
Yes, teacher.
Read the fourth question, please. What is allowed?
What is allowed? What is not allowed?
Good. What is allowed in this sport and what is not allowed? Number 5, who can read? Abdulaziz.
Okay, teacher. What are body checks? Why are they used?
Good. What are body checks? What are they used? Next, who can read? Abdullah Mutwalli. Are you here? Abdullah. عمر جرار. عبد المعين. حمزة. Where are you يا جماعة? ينال.
Yes, teacher.
يلا ينال. Read.
أستاذ 5.
Number 6.
Okay. How does the puck move?
How does the puck move? The puck means, let us say, a hard rubber disc, like, the ball in the football match. Number 7, who can read number 7? Abdullah Amin. Yes, read the question number 7, please.
How long are penalties?
Good. Thank you. Okay, now we are going to listen to these, points. Here we have from 2 to 6. Just listen and follow the, words in order to answer the questions. If there is no audio, tell me, okay?
2.
Do you hear?
Each team has 3 kinds of players. 3 forwards, the center and 2 wingers, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. 3. The objective of the game is to score goals by shooting the puck, a hard rubber disc, into the opponent's net. The players control the puck with a long stick curved at one end. They also wear a lot of padding and helmets to avoid getting hurt. 4. Players are not allowed to use their hands in order to redirect the puck or pass it to their teammates unless they are in the defensive zone. They may redirect the puck with any other part of their bodies, but not kick it. 5. The boards surrounding the ice keep the puck in the rink and are used to body check opponents, i.e., push them against the boards in order to stop their progress. Play can also be stopped if a goal is knocked out of position. It is then restarted with a face-off, i.e., 2 players face each other on the ice and try to gain control of the puck that an official drops to the ice. 6. If an offensive player interferes with a goaltender's defense, he is given a penalty and sent to the penalty box for 2 to 5 minutes.
Okay. Listen, please, again, then we will answer the questions together.
2. Each team has 3 kinds of
Do not hear,
players.
tell me.
3 forwards, the center and 2 wingers, 2 defensemen, and a goaltender. 3. The objective of the game is to score goals by shooting the puck, a hard rubber disc, into the opponent's net. The players control the puck with a long stick curved at one end. They also wear a lot of padding and helmets to avoid getting hurt. 4. Players are not allowed to use their hands in order to redirect the puck or pass it to their teammates unless they are in the defensive zone. They may redirect the puck with any other part of their bodies, but not kick it. 5. The boards surrounding the ice keep the puck in the rink and are used to body check opponents, i.e., push them against the boards in order to stop their progress. Play can also be stopped if a goal is knocked out of position. It is then restarted with a face-off, i.e., two players face each other on the ice and try to gain control of the puck that an official drops to the ice. 6. If an offensive player interferes with a goaltender's defense, he is given a penalty and sent to the penalty box for 2 to 5 minutes.
Okay. Now, let's move to the questions. What do you think the first question is? Who can answer the first question according to the information here? How many players does each team have? What kind of players are they? In each team, how many players are there? Who can answer? Sharif?
9 players.
How many players does each team have?
9 each.
Are you sure? 9 or 6?
6.
Yes, 6. We have 3 kinds of players. 3 forwards, the center, and 2 wingers. Here we have 3. 2, defensemen, and a goaltender. So here we have 6. Good. Each team has 6 players, 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and goaltender. Number 2. Who can answer? Abdulaziz. What is the objective of the game? Look at, paragraph number 3, I think. Ahmed Azzam.
Okay.
What is the objective of the game?
It's shooting the puck into the goal.
Score goals. Good. Continue. Read the answer. To score goals by shooting,
shooting the puck into the opponent's net.
Good. Number 3. Who can answer number 3? Abdurrahman Saadi.
Teacher, paragraph number
1. Number 3, what kind of equipment do players use? Look at the answer. Here in paragraph number 3, we have the puck and, a helmet and, padding. Number 4, Abdullah Amin. Yes, what about number 4?
What is allowed, what is not allowed?
Yes. Good. Yes. Look at the answer. Who can read the answer, please? Read. Read, Abdullah.
Players are not allowed to use their hands in order to redirect the puck unless they are in the defensive zone. They may redirect it with any other part of their body, but not to kick it.
Good. So players are not allowed to use their hands in order to redirect, the puck unless they are in the defense zone. They may redirect it with any other part of their body. Good. Now what about number 5? Who can read about number 5? What are body checks? Why are they used? Who can try? Abdurrahman Mahroug. Read the answer, please.
Yes, teacher.
Look here, look at your screen and read, the
body checks are moves that involve pushing up opponents against the board.
Against, the boards that surround the ring. Good. So body checks means here are, moves that involve what? Pushing opponents against the boards that surround the ring. How does the puck move? Muhammad Taysir, read the answer, please.
Yes, teacher.
Read number 6.
Number 6.
Yes, here. Number 6 here. The puck is pushed with a stick.
The puck is pushed with a stick by players towards the opponent's net or redirected with the players' bodies, but neither kick or pushed by hands.
Nor pushed by hand. Good. Now, what about the penalties here? How long are, penalties? How long is it? Look at the answer. The answer is in, number 6. Penalties. How are, penalties? From 2 to 5 minutes. This is the answer. The penalties, are for, 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, now let's move to the next exercise. Here we are going to use the appropriate words or phrases as headings. Now, what do you think, the suitable heading for the first paragraph, number 1? What do you think, the suitable or the, let us say, appropriate phrase as, the headings? Ahmed Safi, what do you think? The first paragraph is talking about what? Look here. About the ring.
The puck.
Yes, about the ring. Ice hockey. Read it, please, Ahmed. Read the first paragraph quickly.
Ice hockey is played on a ring that is 200 feet, 25 feet, 26 meters wide, with painted lines to indicate various zones. The areas behind the blue line of a team side is called its defending zone.
Good. The area behind the opponent's
The area behind the...
Okay, thank you. The area behind the opponent's blue line is the attacking zone, and the area between the two blue lines is the neutral zone. There are 2 sets of goal posts at either end of the ring with a net attached behind them. The red line between the 2 posts is, the goal line. The area in the front of the goal is called the crease. Now, what about the second? Which heading is the suitable for the second paragraph? Who can try? Sharif.
Players.
Players, good. Read it, please.
Each team has 3 kinds of players. 3
Good.
forwards, the center, and 2 wingers. 2 defensemen and a goaltender.
Goaltender, good. Now what about the third? Abdullah Amin. Abdullah Amin, read. The third.
The object of the game, equipment. The object of the game is to score.
So, the third one is talking about the equipment. Read, please.
The object of the game is to score by shooting the puck a hard rubber disc into opponent's net. The players control the puck with a long stick curved at one end. They also wear a lot of padding
They
and
also-
helmets to avoid getting hurt.
Good, thank you. Now, what about number 4?
Can I read?
Yeah, Abdulaziz. What is
Yes.
the heading? It is talking
A
about
players
moving the puck. Yes. The fourth,
moving
title is moving the puck. Read.
players are not allowed to use their hand in order to redirect the puck,
Direct the puck.
nor
Pass
it
it.
to their teammates unless they are in the defensive zone. They may redirect the puck with another part of their bodies, but not kick it.
Good. So this is about the conditions of what? Of how the puck is moved. Good. Number 5. Yanal.
Yes, teacher.
Here we have what? The stopping the game. The rule of, stopping the game. Read about it, please.
The balls surrounding the ice keep the puck in the ring and are used to body check opponents. Push them against the boards in order to stop their progress. Play can also be stopped if a goal is knocked out of position. It's then restarted with a face-off. Two players face each other on the ice and try to gain control of the puck that an official drops to the ice.
Good, thank you. So the last one is talking about penalties. Who can read about the penalties? Penalties, yes. Who can read about it? Ahmad Azam, read about the last one. Or let me choose. Yes, read.
Okay.
Ahmad Azam. If an offensive player interferes with the goaltender's defense.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Continue.
Okay. If an offensive player interferes with a goaltender's defense, he is given a penalty and sent to the penalty box for 2 to 5 minutes.
Good. So this is about, the, let us say, exercise 3. Now let's move to the next page. On page 29. Here we are going to choose a sport or, a recreational activity that you like doing. Think about the sport or activity and make notes in the chart. Add more stages if necessary. Use your notes to write an email to a friend giving information about your sport or activity. Now here we have choose, Sudoku. This is an example. You can choose either activities or sports. Where can you do it? On cell phone, maybe. When can you do this activity? Anytime. Do you need any special equipment? Yes, maybe the smartphone, internet, apps, store. What do you have to do to prepare for this activity? Free mind, logic, based thinking, brainstorm, etc. Why do you like this activity? Sharpen your mind, help to be patient. Would you recommend it to a friend? Yes. Why? Because, it is challenging, tending to analyze, etc. So this is an example. You can picture it, please. Okay. Now, when you write an email to a friend giving news and instructions, first you have to greet him and sign off the email in an informal manner, starting with hi, hello, dear, etc. You have to write as if you are speaking to your friend directly. because you know it is an informal email. To give your news, for example, to talk about your school, recent activity you have taken up, etc. If the reader doesn't know the sport or activity, you have to give more details about what are you talking about. To hand over, you know, the first draft to someone to read and comment it, edit and write. Now here we have an example about, you know, the notes which we filled in the chart. Look here. First, as we said before, you have to greet in an informal way, talking about you. How are you? How is your family? I hope you are fine, etc. So you can write details about, you know, the play, let us say the sport which you chose. Okay, I think we have to stop here. And 1 minute, please.